Hello everyone, welcome to Asteroid Flyby. I'm Roger Paul. I am in southern Ohio. Folks, as we know, the purple could be from, we're looking east. The purple could, probably from what's called Attu. Attu has a white moon. We know, it's a purple planet. Just as we get other colors, different kinds of blue, red, yellow. And Uri, it gets blue when it gets close to Earth. But look at this. Look at all this. Wow. That looks unreal, isn't it? Look at that. So that's the north there. This is just unreal looking, folks. I'm wearing some Hey Dudes, so I don't really want to go in the grass. I haven't mowed it in a couple weeks. So, they say that there is a heat wave going on. But here in Ohio, we're lucky. We have a hard time making it out of the 80 degrees. We're always in the 80s. In fact, if climate change has caused everything to get hotter, why has Ohio cooled off? It's been 6 years since we've seen triple digits. I remember working on the farm, out working in the fields, 104, 105 degrees. I remember that. Look at this. I know these clouds are low, but look right there. Look at that. See that? Dark spheric shape. See? And we used to beg for it to cool off. Man, that is something else right there. Wow. And then you got a square right there. Texas cube. And then that. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's go look at the west. But no, we haven't seen 100 degrees in 6 years. And if you notice, Tornado Alley, Oklahoma and Kansas. Okay, guys, stay up this way. And anyway, Oklahoma, Kansas, and all that. Doesn't it seem like Arkansas and Kentucky gets the majority of the storms now? I'm just saying, doesn't it? Looky here. Right there. Another spheric looking shape. That's probably cloud formation. There is?
Yeah! The clouds are hiding it's hiding behind the clouds.
Cool. Rainbows don't hide behind clouds. That's the west. Well, actually, that's supposed to be the west. Going straight out that way is supposed to be west. Look at that. If that's the west, the sun just set right there in the southwest, folks. Right there. Yeah, it was right there. Right there. Right there where that clearing is. That's where the sun just now set. So, the sun is setting in the southwest, people. Look at this blue cloud. No, that's purple. See, that's what I'm talking about. That what I was talking about, Attu. It has a white moon with it. Now right there's where we seen that big red planet. It was a planet. It was not a glow in the sky. Let's go look at the east one more time. It was not a glow in the sky. In fact, it was almost clear night. And the wife had seen it and came back and got me. She didn't know what it was. I don't know what I could tell her. Jeez, oh Pete. Now tell me, look at this. Now when I first started this video, it didn't look like this. Remember I said purple planet? Well, all this white would be the bottom atmosphere of Attu's moon, the purple planet. And I take it Saturn, the red planet, is right beside Attu right now. Look at the detail in the sky, folks. That's not regular rain clouds. There's nothing normal about this. I mean, look how that is. And then this here comes down right there. Then you got all of this, and then you got that. You know? Look at that. I mean, just look at the color. You got pink, blue, purple. Ah, heck, I don't care if my feet gets wet. And look, right there. That's coming down through the sky, I mean, from the sky. See what I'm saying? That right there? That's like a beam coming down. What that looks like. See? It's real faint, but it's right there. See it? You can barely see it, but it's there. Look at all this. You know, this is caused by these objects that's real close. And they are close. You know, talk about me seeing, we got seeing the red planet. That was back in, I think it was the couple months after the Woman in the Sky event. Let's see, that happened September 23rd, 2017. Well, we seen the red planet in November 2017. It was either the 25th or the 29th. And wife, she didn't know what it was, so she came back and got me. There's north. And I didn't know what to say. I thought rapture was happening. I thought Jesus was coming back. I'm telling you, I thought end times has finally arrived. You know, but you know, rapture's not end times. After rapture, we still got the Armageddon, you know, apocalypse, end of the world, end days. So there's no reason to be afraid of those. Look how that right there is flat at the bottom. See that? It's got some high tops on there. Look at that. But look at the color and the detail. That's not clouds like I grew up with. You know, I grew up, we didn't see this kind of stuff. Let's go back and look at the west. You know what I mean? So I've seen a lot. You know, and since 2017, they had said there's several new cloud systems that has been discovered. Really, they think we're that dumb. Why would there be, after all this time since records began, why would there be new cloud systems? Think about that for a moment. I think it's because, I mean, we get new cloud systems like that. I believe it's caused from something new being close to Earth. You know, I know it's old, it's millions of years old, this many solar system, Nibiru Planet X system. It's bringing wormwood with it. Nemesis, the brown dwarf star, that is with it. Our sun's supposed to be our sun's binary twin. Some people say that that Nibiru is a black hole. I don't know about that, but I know what I seen was over there, and it was just as red as could be. And like I said, it was not a glow in the sky. It was just there. I talked to one other guy from, I think he was Australia or the UK. He said he didn't see the, excuse me, he said he didn't see the smaller black object in front of it. Well, when we seen it, there was another big object. It was smaller than the red one, the red planet-sized object. But it was dark. It was black. It was a black object in front of a red object. And it wasn't the sun, because here in November, the sun goes down and it's dark at 5:36 p.m. But we seen the one there, the two objects, it was almost 10 p.m. So I know darn tootin', it was not the sun. Anyway, I talked to one other guy, either from UK or Australia, and he seen the red object. He said he didn't see the smaller black one in front of it. He goes, but man, he goes, when I seen it, he goes, I knew it wasn't right. And I asked him what he think of it. He's like, brother, it made me change my life. He goes, I seen that, I changed my life. So, you know, for someone to say that, a grown man, I mean, that says a lot right there. You know, what does it take for a grown man or grown woman for them to see something? What does it take for a person to change their life? Their whole attitude, the way they think, the way they feel, the way they treat others. You know, so, I mean, what would it take you to change your life? If it needs changed at all. You know, what would you have to see before you change your life? Think about that question. And my next video, I'll ask, have you all thought about it, and see what you say. Me, I'll be honest. I'll be straight with you. I was full of anger. You know, you person look at me wrong, I'd beat them up. You know, and I was full of anger, hatred. I didn't like anyone. And well, anyway, I got to where I was lying to people on purpose. And one night, well, I would pray. You know, I still prayed, but I would cuss God out. You know, tell him Jesus is worth nothing. You know, and I would cuss God out. I would pray just to cuss God out. And I was like, you SOB, if you're God, make me believe it. Make me believe it. Yes, oh mother effer, you know. Look at that dark spheric object. So about 3 days later, I was getting ready, you know, I was going to lay down, and the wife had said something, told me I promised somebody something. And I was like, I don't care. I go, I'll make promises just to break them. And about that time, I look over, and there's this little bitty being, no more than 2.5 feet tall, came after me. Well, I tried in the blood of Christ, you know, leave, go after this other person, they're worse than me. You know, I ain't gonna mention no names, but that's what I said. And then I tried in the blood of Christ again, and that thing still kept coming forward. Well, it scared me, so I left the room, you know. I didn't really leave. I made tracks, buddy. I ran. Went in and told the wife. First, I ran to the door. I was gonna leave because I was scared. I mean, it scared me bad. And, well, anyway, just as I turned the doorknob, I stopped, and I was like, I can't leave my family here with this. So I stopped, turned around, the wife asked me, what's going on? I told her there's something after me. I told her what it was real quick. And she didn't believe me, of course. I told her, get the camera. She took a picture, and there it was. So then she believed me. And here I am standing at the doorway with chest pains. You know, feel like something squeezing my heart. About ready to fall over. You know, I was ready to drop. And I would have been scared to death. Well, anyway, she went in the back room. I told her, what is she doing? She says she's getting something. I said, hurry up. I don't know how much longer I can withstand this. Well, she brought back a crystal with silver wrapped around it. And as soon as she put it on my neck, man, that crystal started spinning. And it scared me again. I was like, what is it doing? And she goes, sweetheart, she goes, the crystal, it's like a prison for the evil. The unclean spirits. She goes, what it does, it pulls, each time it spins, it pulls one inside of it. I was like, really? She goes, you see it working? I was like, yeah, I do. Well, come to find out, that crystal, her grandpa found it in a rock at the creek when they were fishing when she was a little girl. And he said, you may need this, keep it. Well, it must have spun 300 or 400 times that night. That's how bad I was. And one time a few days later, I was at the store. You know, it was up the street from where I lived. And this one dude looking at me with amazement. And I looked down at the necklace, and it's spinning. And he looks at me with, I seen fear in this man's face, in his eyes, man. I mean, he didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to think. I just shrugged my shoulders. I knew what was going on. And, well, anyway, long story short now, that's what it took for me to change. Hell itself broke loose in my house. Well, anyway, we also had the Ghostbuster people there. You know, researchers of paranormal phenomena. They spent the night at our house. They never did come back. They told us to move. They said, best thing you can do is move. Because when they first got there, I told them, I was like, folks, I don't know what you're used to, crazy people, whatever, people making stuff up, lying. I go, but this, I assure you, is the real deal. And when they left our house, the woman's whole team quit. They quit. And the woman, I couldn't get the woman to come back out to the house. Well, anyway, after that, we moved. We couldn't take no more. Look, Skippy, right there, chemtrail. See it? Right there. See? There, yep, old Skippy's out here still. But anyway, folks, for real. I mean, what I just told you is the God's honest truth, and that is what it took to get me to change. Now, I don't want to do nothing bad. I don't lie. You know, I don't cheat. Don't steal, which I didn't have a problem stealing before. You know, or cheat. I wasn't a cheater. You know, I would just lie about stupid stuff back then, you know, 13 years ago. You know, I'm just mad at God, just lie just because I wanted to. Mad at God, you know. But, you know, I'm honest with you, that's what it took for me to change, folks. Sounds crazy, it really does. But, you know, that stuff like that happened back in the days when Jesus was walking the earth, you know, and the Bible is a record of all that. So that stuff still happens to this day. You know, how many people out there diagnosed with schizophrenia when it's nothing more than a spiritual oppression? You know, they're just being oppressed by an unclean spirit. Well, see, after all I went through, that's why one reason I went to ministry college, I'm still enrolled, is I want to become a evangelist / exorcist. I want to either perform exorcisms or assist with them. You know, that's what I want to do. Because I know I can help people. You know, I slept with the light on for quite a while, for months. You know, and then finally one night I was like, heck with it. I'm going to go off my faith. I took the crystal off. I shut the lights off when I went to bed. And I've been doing it ever since. You know, and that was 2011. About the third month, March, I guess, of 2011. March or April 2011 when I finally took the crystal off. But if the crystal breaks, all that stuff comes out. So is what I did is I put it in a container. I filled it with salt, and I put the crystal right in the center of the salt of in the container. And I still got it to this very day. I hope to get out to Idaho one of these days and put it in the salt flats. Because, man, I'm telling you, something like that ever gets loose, it's going to be mad as heck. And I don't want it to. I don't want to go through that crap again. Look at this right there. Anyway, you know, I was honest with you guys. I mean, I'll probably lose some subscribers over saying all that, but we'll see. You know, I mean, I speak the honest truth. So, but anyway, I never usually do a video this long. Keep in mind, put Jesus first. He is the great healer, the great physician. You know, ask for forgiveness. He will forgive you if you are sincere. You know, being Christian, you don't have to be perfect. We'll never be perfect. We just have to try each day. Wake up like you just got saved this morning, you know. Each day is new. Be thankful for a new day. You'll be thankful we have a great God that will forgive us. You know, I mean, look, we are so fortunate we have a big planet called Mars to protect us from comets, asteroids, you know. And, you know, God thought of everything. He really did. He's awesome. So, you know, if you're not saved, get saved. Make Jesus center your life, and you will be just fine. So, and with that, I will say, I thank you for watching, listening to my crazy story, but it is true. I would say I love you all. Thank you for watching. Asteroid Flyby. I'm Roger Paul. God bless you, everybody.